answer for a conspiracy like this one to function. We would need to be keeping secrets from the enemy, from Congress, even from our own army. This would require absolute trust.
You have discretion to act as you see fit to advance the mission.
I didn't originally start off with the idea of writing a history of American intelligence during the Revolution. I was reading a biography of Benedict Arnold, and I began thinking to myself, I don't want to hear about him just being a traitor. I want to know what was the intelligence background that he was operating within. So I thought, I'll just go find some books on spying during the Revolution. There must be hundreds of them. And virtually nothing was coming up. And I began thinking to myself, maybe there's something here that's such an obvious subject, it's actually been overlooked. And I thought to myself, okay, that's my next book. It's going to be the story of George Washington's private spy network, better known as the Culper Ring.
If you can smuggle cabbage, you can smuggle something more valuable. Information.
Alex's book was so informative. It really let you know who the Culper Ring was, how they operated.
The greatest challenge I found was trying to fit a timeline together. The overwhelming majority of Culper correspondence is in the George Washington papers in the Library of Congress in Washington. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pages. In intelligence terms, this is a massive scoop.
And I must say, I find this young man's chain of agents very intriguing.
The only reason we know about the story is because Washington kept the letters that the ring sent to him. He was supposed to burn them for everybody's safety, but he didn't do that. He just shoved it in his files along with everything else.
Nearly all of which are written under aliases. They use abbreviations. They're filed all over the place. I eventually just had to find every single letter I could and then put it into strict chronological order. Once you do that, then of course you have to read the 18th century handwriting.
They referred to each other by numbers, and they had a number to refer to Setauket, to refer to the British. So a lot of their letters are, I went to 311 and found 758 there. Alex had to go through their glossary to literally decode all these things.
Samuel Culper. Culpepper. That's your alias.
So that was one of the big challenges, is getting to work out who was where, who was doing what effect the Culper intelligence is having on Washington's own decision-making.
The cipher key from Major Andre's own code book, courtesy of our friend in New York.
Now, Mr. Culpepper does not shy away from the bold play.
Alex really sought to connect all the dots and went and read every letter and pieced it together with all kinds of other sources to try to figure out the narrative of this group of spies who did not want their story told.
What he uncovered was a story that nobody knew, a story that had been sealed for hundreds of years.
What really drew me in was discovering that there was a whole secret world behind the world that we know of the American Revolution.
Only that which is concealed is protected. Luckily for you, I am a master at the art of concealment.
Action!
Every time I would read on in the book, I just think, you know, this story has to be told. It had great dilemma, great conflict, it had great drama, it sort of had everything that makes for a really great television series.
I'm a big fan of spy movies, spy shows, and the story of the Culper Ring really fits well into that mold. I saw a team, I saw missions, I saw all the things that I was used to making stories about. We would be able to position it as the original spy thriller. These were America's first spies.
What has most impressed me about the conversion between Washington Spies, the book, and Turn, the series, is the amount of dedication that's been put into making this world.
Gather those loyal, raid the armory, storm the church, and shoot Hewlett and Sue.
No, but then we bring the war here? Does it talk?
The war is already here.
Alex really put together a terrific narrative throughout the book. It sort of kept you on the edge of your seat, and it taught you so much about early spying.
These were not super spies. They were ordinary men who did extraordinary things at a time of crisis and at great personal risk to themselves. And I think that's what also makes for a great dramatic series, not just history books.
You can trust me. I do trust you. I need you to trust me.